the big holiday Nintendo eShop sale is here, and Nintendo is doing things a bit different this year. The first part of the sale is happening now, and more deals are planned to be added later throughout the event. At least that's what Nintendo is saying via the press release. That aside, as you expect, there's lots of games on sale, and of course, I got you covered with what I think are the highlights from the sale. So grab some hot cocoa, and let's dive into these winter deals. Lunistice is a game that's inspired by the 32-bit era of platformers, both in its visuals and in its design. That said, the game controls much better than the majority of platformers from that era. The controls feel very precise. Jumping and attacking is so spot on in this game, and it's a joy to play with how smooth it feels. Now the goal of the game is pretty simple. You play through the stages, trying to race through them as fast as you can while collecting all the collectibles and trying to find all the secrets within. Each stage is unique with its own set of challenges to challenge your platforming skills. There's lots of secrets and goodies within the stages, and they are pretty fun to explore. And the soundtrack to this game is pretty sweet too. The game is super cheap to pick up from the sale. Heck, it's cheap at its MSRP, but for 50% off, this one is a no-brainer to pick up from the sale if you love platformers. I consider it to be a hidden gem on the eShop. In Arcade Paradise, you are put into the shoes of a young man named Ashley, who's been tasked with running a laundromat business by his father, who is trying to set him right in his eyes, as he thinks Ashley is on the fast track to Loserville. Ashley quickly discovers some arcade machines in the back room of the business and soon gets the big idea of making the business more profitable by getting more of these arcade machines and expanding. As him, you need to run both sides of the business, increasing revenue while managing day-to-day tasks, all while gaining more arcade machines and playing them to make them more popular. Yes, every arcade machine in this game is playable, and there's over 30 in total to obtain. This is one of my favorite indie games in the last few years. It's a fitting tribute to a bygone era, and man, do I miss those days. It's on sale for 75% off. It's the biggest discount the game has received yet on the eShop, so it's just $4.99 on the US eShop. CrossCode is an action RPG that is inspired by various 16-bit classics from yesteryear, including the classic 2D Zelda series. The gameplay focuses on precise timing and attacking, clever use of your ricocheting shots, and of course, solving various environmental puzzles. Speaking of puzzles, expect to encounter a lot in this game. The dungeons are filled to the brim with these. If you're hungry for a Zelda-style game, one that will test your reflexes as well as your brain, then look no further. This game is perfect for you. This game got a lot of praise in reviews. The game's back on sale at its all-time big discount of 70% off. It's $5.99 on the US eShop. The Big Hope DLC that adds a huge additional chapter to the game that amounts to about 8 to 10 hours of additional content is on sale too. And that's noteworthy because it never seems to go on sale. It's on sale for 50% off, making it $4.99 on the US eShop for the first time ever. Underhero is a side-scrolling RPG platformer game that does things different from the norm. At first glance, it looks like the game is made up of turn-based combat, but in reality, the combat is all about timing your actions. You need to jump, attack, and even bribe, yes bribe, your way to achieve victory. Also, you don't play as the hero in this one. Actually, the hero fails early on, so now it's the underling's turn. The underling of the evil king, to be exact, in order to save the day. Yes, as you can imagine, this game can be pretty silly at times, and it totally is. It's good fun, and it's perfect for those who are looking for something lighthearted and silly to play this holiday season. It's on sale for its lowest price ever on the eShop, $3.74, with a discount of 75% off everywhere else. Dicey Dungeons combines deck building with RPG and roguelike mechanics, as well as dice rolling. The gameplay in this one is simple. You need to navigate through boards, taking on monsters and other creatures, and turn-based combat by using the abilities of the cards you draw from your deck. To use these abilities, you need to use dice that you roll in order to activate them. As you advance through each challenge, you'll need to acquire cards and build the perfect deck in order to reach the end. That's pretty much the basic gist of it. Each character you play as has their own equipment that can provide a unique ability that can aid you in combat, as well as each challenge in each episode has its own unique twists on the gameplay rule sets. There's lots of challenges and additional episodes to play through, so there's actually a lot of content to dive into. It's only $1.99 via the holiday sale with a 87% off discount. This one is a steal in my view. It's another hidden gem on the eShop. Gacha Racing Second, while it might look like a simplistic looking racing game, is actually a lot of fun. This game combines the gameplay of top-down racing games, like the older Micro Machines games, with gashapon toys that you can obtain with your winnings. With the coins that you win from racing, you can cash them in and earn parts to build and customize your car to hopefully do better in races. There's over 700 parts to earn, and you can even fuse parts together to make your vehicle better in its stats. The racing controls and gameplay is pretty easy to understand, and earning parts and customizing your machines and racing to improve your times can be addicting. It's a fun game, and at 80% off, it's very cheap to pick up from the holiday sale. Just $1.99 on the US eShop. Chaos Code New Sign of Catastrophe is an updated release of an arcade game that was originally a Japanese arcade exclusive in 2011. This one has some pretty fast-paced gameplay, lots of special moves, special states, and ways to turn the battle in your favor. If you're a fighting game fan that likes a little bit of strategy, then you'll probably dig this one. This game has a variety of gameplay modes, including online play. It's very cheap to pick up from the holiday sale at 80% off, which means it's just $1.99 on the US eShop. Double Dragon and Kunio-kun Retro Brawler Bundle is a collection of 18 NES and Famicom 8-bit classics. It has all the Double Dragon NES games, plus 4 games from the Kunio-kun series that were published in English, that being Renegade, Super Dodgeball, River City Ransom, and Crash and the Boys Street Challenge. In addition, it contains 11 more games from the Kunio-kun series that were originally only available for the Famicom in Japan, and they have all been translated into English for the first time ever just for this collection. In a number of the games, you can choose between playing the original version or a quality-up version, where the gameplay experience has been improved. A number of the games also include online multiplayer play, in addition to local multiplayer options. The collection is on sale for 77% off. It's $9.19 on the US eShop. Crimzon Clover World Explosion is a really good shoot-'em-up on the eShop. The gameplay is very similar to Taito's classic Ray series. It's a vertical shoot-'em-up that features a similar lock-on system, where you're able to lock onto enemies and launch missiles at your targets. Beyond that, you also have a standard shot attack, as well as bombs that can be used based on how much of the bomb gauge you have filled. If you fill the bomb gauge all the way, you can activate something called Break Mode, where your firepower is heavily increased, and you can score an insane amount of points. Fill that gauge twice over, and you can activate Break Mode within Break Mode for even more craziness. This is an insanely addicting game, trying to master when to use your bombs or to save up the gauge for your break modes, basically choosing between survival and high scores. If you love shoot-'em-ups, then you should definitely check this one out. It's one of the best ones available on the eShop. It's on sale for 50% off, so it's just $9.99 on the US eShop. It's the cheapest it's ever been on there. Guilty Gear XX is one of the most popular and well-loved entries in the Guilty Gear series. It's known for its great gameplay, its well-rounded roster of characters, and of course, lots of its trademark over-the-top action. The updated release, Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R, is one of the best ways to enjoy the game. In fact, it is the best way to enjoy the game. It features lots of rebalancing for all the characters, 13 game modes to choose from, online multiplayer support, different game soundtracks to choose from, including some rare releases, and it even has the option to select what game mode version you want to play. This is absolutely worth picking up if you love fighting games. It's on sale for 75% off for the holidays. It's $3.69 on the US eShop. Guilty Gear Strive arrived on the Switch earlier this year, and it's a pretty incredible port. It looks good, the performance is good, it's 60 FPS, it's pretty freaking sweet. As for the gameplay itself, it's another solid entry in the series. I love the graphical style, it's animated so well, and the combat is as deep as ever. It's on sale for 50% off via the holiday sale. It's $29.99 on the US eShop. SuperGiant Games has an incredible track record. Every one of their games has been a banger. From Bastion to Transistor to Pyre and both Hades games, they've won a ton of awards and a lot of praise for their quality games. Now the games that they do have available on the eShop are on sale for the holiday season. This story-driven, twin-stick shooting RPG, Bastion, is on sale for 80% off. It's $2.99 on the US eShop. Transistor, this story-driven strategy/action RPG, which is a personal favorite of mine, is on sale for $3.99. Hades, which I'm sure you've heard, is one of the finest roguelikes ever made, and it's on sale for $7.49 on the US eShop. While it's not the cheapest it's ever been on there, no, it's the second cheapest it's ever been, so it's still a heck of a deal. The recently released sequel just might be even better than the first game, and it's on sale for 25% off for the first time ever on the eShop. Both the Switch and Switch 2 versions are on sale for $22.49 on the US eShop. Chained Echoes is an excellent RPG that's inspired by all those great 16-bit RPG classics of yesteryear. It features some great gameplay along with an excellent story to match. The turn-based battles revolve around managing the overdrive meter, so you can effectively deal damage while also trying to not be susceptible to high damage yourself. To do so, you'll need to select from a pool of actions, abilities, and magic for each character, and you can also tag teammates in and out of battle. It's got a good battle system. I reviewed this game on the channel a few years ago, where I dived deep into the battle mechanics, story and content, and all that, and you can check out that review in the link that pops up in the corner of this video. This game is of high quality, it's one of the best indie RPGs to come out in recent memory. Chained Echoes is on sale for 50% off. It's the biggest discount it's received yet on the eShop. A Metroidvania, Blasphemous, is a treat for those looking for a challenging action platformer, one that will kick your butt, but one that is totally rewarding to master. Combat in this one is excellent. It's really good. Just like any good Metroidvania, as you advance and you explore, you'll find goodies to better your character, but what's really nice here is that through the upgrades you obtain, you can customize your character to suit your combat style. You want to be more aggressive? You can. You want to have a more defensive playstyle? You can as well. It's on sale for 80% off, so it's only $4.99 on the US eShop. Mighty Goose is like Metal Slug, but instead of being a human soldier, you're a goose. This run-and-gun arcade-style game is fun as heck. You play as a goose who dons a armor suit and proceeds to kick some tail feathers. Just like the Metal Slug series it's inspired by, there's tons of action, chaotic set pieces, fun boss fights, and many rideable vehicles to jump into. Just like I've said many times before, it's a Metal Slug clone done right. It's on sale for 60% off, $7.99 on the US eShop. Record of Lodoss War-Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth is a Metroidvania that's very much inspired by the classic game Castlevania Symphony of the Night, in both its visual style and general design. That all said, while it's heavily inspired by that game, the game does have a number of elements that separates itself from the famous game, like its combat that heavily revolves around the use of Deedlit's bow and arrows, as well as her various magical abilities that she can use at her disposal. This is a good solid indie Metroidvania, one that's worth playing, regardless if you know anything about the Record of Lodoss War franchise or not. It's currently on sale for 55% off via the holiday sale, so it's just $11.24 on the US eShop. The Rogue Prince of Persia finally arrived on the Switch and the Switch 2 a few days ago, and for its launch sale, it has a nice size discount. It's already 33% off on the eShop. The latest game in the Prince of Persia series combines elements of the classic Prince of Persia games with elements of roguelikes. For those curious, the Switch 2 version features 60 FPS gameplay with a much higher resolution output. Bandai Namco's Tales of Series remasters are on sale for the holidays. Tales of Graces F Remastered is the remastered release of the PS3 version of a game that originally appeared on the Wii. Yeah, did you catch all that? It's on sale for 50% off for the first time ever on the eShop. Tales of Symphonia Remastered is on sale for 75% off, which means it's $9.99. Yes, that version is 30 FPS, which for some people, that might be a deal breaker. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, which is the remastered release of the Xbox 360 title, new content and characters, is on sale for 80% off. It's $9.99 on the US eShop as well. All three are really good JRPGs, and they're pretty darn cheap, all things considered, to pick up from the sale. The Ace Attorney series is a great adventure series. It's known for its characters, stories, humor, and its gameplay. It forces you to really pay attention and get involved more so than, say, other adventure games. You gotta investigate, solve the mystery or crimes, and of course, bring the bad guys to justice through the series' trademark turnabout system in court. Each and every one of the Ace Attorney collections is on sale via the holiday eShop sale. The first one, which is where I recommend most players to start at, the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, is on sale for $9.99 on the US eShop. That one contains the first 3 games in the series. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy contains games 4, 5, and 6 in the series, and it's on sale for its biggest discount yet, 60% off. It's $19.99 on the US eShop. The Ace Attorney Investigations Collection is on sale for 50% off, which is also the biggest discount that one has had yet. It's also $19.99 on the US eShop. Finally, there's a great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which that one is on sale for 60% off. It's $15.99 on the US eShop. So altogether, you can get all the Ace Attorney games available for less than the cost of what a new game goes for nowadays. That's kinda crazy when you think about it. If you like classic games, particularly arcade games, then the Capcom Stadium bundles are definitely worth picking up this holiday season. We don't own them yet. Each bundle contains 30 plus arcade classics from the 80s era all the way up to the turn of the century. The first arcade stadium has classics like Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, 1942, Street Fighter II, Strider, Cyberbots, and Pro Gear. And the second stadium bundle has the Mega Man arcade games, the Street Fighter Alpha games, and the Street Fighter 3 games. Plus it has the Darkstalkers games, as well as Saturday Night Slam Masters, and 3 Wonders. Each bundle is on sale for 70% off via the holiday sale. They're $11.99 each on the US eShop. Out of all the Taito Milestone collections released so far, the third release of the arcade classics is the best of the bunch. This one contains Bubble Bobble, Rainbow Islands, all 3 games in the Roston series, Champion Wrestler, Kadash, Thunder Fox, Ranark, otherwise known as Growl, and Dead Connection. It's a pretty good lineup. Well, save for Roston 2. That one's not really liked as well as the other games. But hey, the rest of the set is very solid. I did a review for this collection last year. You can check that out via the link in the top corner of this video. The collection is on sale for 50% off, which means it's $19.99 on the US eShop. X-Out Resurfaced is a remake of the horizontal scrolling shooter that was released for the Commodore 64, Amiga, Atari ST, ZX Spectrum, and Amstrad CPC computers way back in the day. Those in Europe will probably remember this game the most. It was noteworthy for the fact that you can use your game score to purchase new equipment to augment your submarine, so as purchase new submarine vehicles. The original game was a really nice shooter, but the remake does a good job bringing it into the modern era. It features a new visual style, a remastered soundtrack by Chris Hulsbeck, as well as brand new content, including a mirror mode and pre-configured loadouts for those who want to jump right into the action. It's on sale for 50% off for the first time ever on the eShop, which means it's just $9.99 via the holiday sale. Red Dead Redemption recently got a free upgrade for consoles, and that includes the Switch 2. It looks nice, it's 60 FPS now, with a higher resolution output, and you can check out a comparison video of the Switch 2 version versus the original version, that being the Switch 1 version, on this channel if you're curious about the difference. But I'll be fair, the original Switch version is actually pretty darn good, albeit, 30 FPS. That all aside, Red Dead Redemption is a classic, it's a great game, it still holds up after all this time. The Undead Nightmare expansion, which is included in this release, is good fun too. The game is on sale for 50% off on the eShop. 2K's NBA and WWE games arrived on the Switch 2 this past summer, and you can get both in a special bundle sale for the holidays on the eShop. The NBA 2K26 and WWE 2K25 bundle, which contains the two games, is on sale for $49.99 on the US eShop, 50% off the MSRP. Basically, that means you can get both games for $25 each, much less than what the normal MSRP is for either game. And so brings us to the end of today's video. Stay tuned as Nintendo plans to drop more eShop deals throughout the holidays. I'm going to be bringing you the latest highlights from those deals as they drop. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you do not miss out. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you soon on the next video.